All right, thank you for joining us once again. Lamido has become a household name of sorts. I mean, he's always been.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in this dispensation, it's like some truths are coming out from him that we never knew. He was the one that told us about the president was secretly in support of or assisting the then military head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, and it was a shocker to all of us. He said that he should not think that right now he believes in democracy or is a Democrat. He said he wasn't a Democrat. I mean, when he said that it was a bomb that we landed. But right now, Lamido, he said, I'm with the coalition. I'm with the ADC coalition. But I still remain a member of People's Democratic Party. Not only that, what he said that PDP would outlive Wike. I strongly believe that. Power, we always say, is transient. Philip.
You see, Lamido is an elder statesman. He is a public figure. He's been Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah.
He's been a governor.
Yeah, 8 years.
8 years. I don't think he has been a senator, but he's been there. And so he knows a lot. I wouldn't say he knows it all.
He was secretary of SDP.
SDP in the 90s.
Yes.
So he's been there for a while. So he knows a lot. When he opened his mouth to speak, we respect what comes out of his mouth because of his experience. He does just speak, and he respects himself. What has he said? He said, I am for a good governance, a better Nigeria. Anybody that is campaigning to remove bad governance, as represented by Tinubu right now, and usher in good governance, that I will campaign with them and stand by them. That as of today, there's a coalition in ADC who are taking up this responsibility, that I'm with them. But I remain a member of my party, the PDP, on principle ground. One, he said he was among those who built the PDP from the scratch. He will not allow some ingrate who want to destroy it. This was his word. He said, for instance, today, Wike and his cohorts, they are having a field day. They are the one in charge. He said they are conniving with the ruling party to keep PDP or to destroy PDP. But he assured Nigeria and PDP, faithful, that the storm will still be over. It is a turbulent period for us, but we will surmount it. That we should all work to usher in good governance. I think what Lamido is saying in essence is that, look, there's a coalition. The coalition is just for a purpose. It also shows that the coalition, it is not there's no ideology behind the coalition in ADC as it were. Because if it's what he believes in, it also shows that he does not believe in the coalition in ADC. Because if you believe in the coalition in ADC, you want to work with them, he would have done what David Mike did. Because both of them had been together.
Now let's look at it this other way. Now, Amici told us that they plan together with Lamido to move from PDP to APC. He said it. I'm not trying to. He said it in his book launch. He said, but on principle, when they were forming the new PDP, Lamido stayed back, and when they all exited PDP, Lamido stayed in PDP. Lamido is teaching us something new, character. And he has not come to the Senate. He has remained where he is, and he's speaking from there. Now, he's following that same traits. And look at what he's saying now. I still remain a member of PDP. We built this party. We're not going to allow one boy that came from somewhere.
You said ungrateful person.
Ingrate,
yes.
That's some level of character I'm coming.
Yeah, you see, when you are the mother that gives birth to a child, your connection with that child is going to be different from those that probably school the child, train the child and things like that. I think that is what is holding Lamido back. And if you look at the PDP we have today, it's almost looking peaceful. Anyango's saga being resolved by the neck. But PDP is peacefully under the control of Wike that wants Asiwaju re-elected. So you can so when you see that kind of peace and that kind of cohesion, you are going to be frustrated. Lamido is frustrated in some form by belonging to a party that their philosophy is not to join the coalition, but you are joining the coalition that is being housed by a political party. That in itself is already an anti-party activities. But I don't know how the Wike that is he's saying that PDP will outlive. We handle that. Certainly, PDP will outlive Wike if they continue to remain in harmony and if people stay back like Lamido. But again, power is transient, and even our life itself is transient. So that PDP will outlive Wike might not be a wrong statement, but whether the Wike's PDP will watch them remain in PDP and go fraternize with other people who have different motive from what the party has is what I don't know. Because when they descend on them, they might be expelled from the party. Anything can happen to them, and you would have left PDP even before the Wike will leave PDP.
All right, I think that is why he said Wike is conniver with Tinubu and the APC. They are trying to feed a carcass as a PDP candidate. I want to believe that, Lamido being a very experienced person, they are aware of all the gimmicks, all the plans, whatever PDP will do. But don't forget, they also have a right to say that they are PDP and they have their own block of PDP. So at the end of the day, what has been happening in PDP that seems to be giving away will continue to remain. They will not fold their hand because he said this is a party we built from the scratch. We won't allow some Ingrid to destroy it. And for a man of that, caliber to make that kind of statement, he also has his plan. He knew that they are in a battleground. So he will prepare for the war. So I think the days ahead,
it's easy to pick a reaction, not in defense of Wike, certainly. It's easy to pick a reaction, and when it goes overboard, you begin to. So that's why we have disproportionate force when you are revenging. They say, your revenge or your resistance is disproportionate. We have seen somebody that's in self-defense end up killing another person, and you are found guilty. Meanwhile, self-defense is okay, but you used a disproportionate force. That is what you might be using against
especially when your life is not at risk.
Yeah, that's what you might be using against Wike. Otherwise, this Lamido them and co, and this David Mark them and co are the people that breach the South-North arrangement of presidency, where Atiku was fielded in 2023 election that angered Wike. Wike said it should be only Southerners. And Atiku was fielded, and that same Atiku, it could be the person dragging all of them to ADC. I can assure you that if not for the presence of Atiku, this Lamido, David Mark, Secondus, all these likes of the others for.
But we cannot also stay away from
I'm coming.
Yes,
they might not be interested. So we can reactionary measures so far, and the only grace he has is because he's with Asiwaju's government.
But you see, the Wike that we are talking himself, it also has not been fair. You see, politics is something of interest to each individual person. Wike on itself removed Secondus because he didn't want Secondus to be there as party chairman because of his own personal gain, because he was contesting. All of them are
that's what we don't want these people.
Exactly.
We don't want them.
Now hold on, sir. Yes. Now, let's look at it from another angle. You can't control people 100%, especially
you can't even control yourself.
Exactly. If you want to look at man as a sex, as in male, you can't. Men have a mind of their own. As much as we can have a lot of people within the PDP caucus that are working for him right now, a time will also come. All these they won't listen to Wike.
Certainly.
They will not. So PDP will not take a trajectory and not have its own foot on the ground. Don't you think so?
You see, what we're saying here is this. You see, like what I said, if you take your mind to the 2023 election, that's the genesis of all the trouble, both in PDP and the country at large. If not for the fact of the greed of Atiku and his co-travelers to remain a perpetual candidate in PDP, as a presidential candidate, if they've allowed Wike, Peter Obi, and Tinubu to run for the election, I think Nigeria would have made a better choice.
Sorry, sir. Let me. I think the choice we would have made, what the Matiko would have done, that would not have been selfish. They would have filed Peter Obi as a candidate, and they will all support him against Wike.
Rather, Atiku choose to run. No, let me tell you. You see, 2000 under Obasanjo, 2006, yeah. Atiku left.
Yes. And ran. Yes.
And came back
under ICN,
where he went to run. Met with Masiwaju. Masiwaju was in control that time.
He ran under ICN.
He came back again.
Yes.
Got to 2014. In order not to allow a Satan again,
he
left. Joined and supported Buhari. Now, he got to 2019, when he ran, the whole South rallied around Atiku. He cleared South is some fraction of the Southwest, because Buhari didn't do too well in the Southwest. His Buhari re-election was...
It was a struggle. It's a job that he won that.
That's what we call push and start.
In addition, that Atiku left now, back and forth.
Yeah.
If you look at the history and the antecedent, Atiku is always living with this set of people who are still with him in the coalition.
So,
that is why the coalition, those who are involved, should be careful.
Yes.
Because once those block of the North move with Atiku, and you have one of them from Ibuzo,
in 2023, Atiku need not run at all. He ran, created a problem that Wike is overreacting. Everyone want to kill Wike. Wike is, he take it or leave it. Wike has right to react in the way he reacted. That is his behavior. You can't. I don't behave like Wike. Wike will behave the way he behaves. Now, Atiku created that. And now he has left PDP again since the day that he never made any reconciliatory move in the last 2 years to bring people PDP together, like Saraki is even doing. Saraki is even believing more in PDP. Lamido is even believing more in PDP. I think we never made effort. He's been poking, looking. Thank God he's not in Dubai. Thank God he's here. We are grateful to God
maybe
for that.
Maybe we would have been in Dubai.
Maybe we would have been in Dubai. So now he's pulling people again to ADC with this old cartel and all that. I can tell you, Dele Momodu has said he's not in ADC, that is not with AP. You will see all of them flogging. And they will give people the ticket. We go to Atiku. Even though ADC has fundamental problems now, which is even a good way for people like me to be identified.
But I can assure you, people don't want Atiku Abubakar.
That's what you say. That's what you think.
That's what you think, but with this...
That's not what they think.
No. The people that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about his echelon of friends within. I'm talking about the electorate.
Who told you? In the last election, what was the score?
By INEC.
Are you doing
all right? Okay. All right. We'll be back on Last Light Podcast. Thank you.